Welcome to our Blackboard organization that we set up for a research group. This is Dr. Denon's research group. We meet every other week so that we can discuss our current research interests and any papers we send out so we can help each other out, do some peer review. And this organization is set up so that we can continue the conversation in between those 2 weeks. And as it happens, since this assignment was assigned to Ray and I, this is Michelle Cates, this is
Ray.
Since we got this assignment, we both had a reason to be able to communicate with our research group mates in between our meetings. So this is a great opportunity for us. So I'm going to let Ray tell you about her situation.
Yeah, several weeks ago, I shared my proposal for the AI, and I printed out my proposal, but I just printed out several of them, but we had more research team members, so then just two or three of them shared one copy of the proposal. I think that's that's not convenient, and so I'm thinking if we had this online community, I can just upload my proposal online, and then they can give me the feedback online. Then I can read all those feedback. If we in the face-to-face meeting, some research team member may not have a chance to give me feedback, and I need to take notes of all feedback. That's not in community, right? Maybe I forget some notes, so that's why I think this online community is very important.
And my situation is that I'm actually one of the newest members in the group, and so I'm learning about what everybody's individual research interests are. But since I'm still taking classes, I'm coming in contact with tons of different articles. And so one of my group mates had a research focus, and I came across an article and a whole group that publishes current statistics that I thought would be helpful to him, but I had no way to get that to him. But now that we have this organization, I'll be able to do that. So let's get started. It is in Blackboard, which is the reason why you guys are watching a video as opposed to being able to get in, because you are not members of this Blackboard. So thank you for being patient and just going through our video. First, we're going to talk about the information page, and that gives an overview of our community itself. And it includes both the bi-weekly meetings and this online community. So through the community, we will promote our collaborative learning by sharing our research ideas and papers for peer feedback. We will engage in professional discourse around interesting trends and publications in our field, encourage publishing and conference presentations, immerse ourselves in the research culture, and very importantly, we are going to communicate with the external world so that we now have a presence and a voice continuing outside our small little research group. And so the Blackboard complements the bi-weekly meetings. And the next little graphic you see here, we have two different ways to think about all the links that we'll go over. We've got internal communication and we've got our external voice. And as we go through those links, we'll describe which one is which. And then finally, we have 4 different discussion forums, which again, we will be describing those to you. But each discussion forum has a different purpose for our communication internally. So with that, let me move us back to our more administrative area and let's look at the contacts. So in the contacts, these are the people who are in our research group, and we just launched this on Friday, and actually we were lucky we had a meeting, so we were able to bring it to our team members and they were able to give us feedback. So this is going to be an ongoing draft, if you will. As we start to notice needs, we will improve our Blackboard system. But not only will we say how you can get a hold of each other by email and phone, but our research focus is in there. And so that's going to help us when we find articles that are related to somebody else's interest. We can either communicate with them directly or we can tag it in a way that they can find it. Which leads us to the wiki that we made. We want to have a unified tagging system so that when people are tagging things, we don't have let's say, for example, mobile learning. Maybe one person calls it mobile, the next person calls it mobile learning, another person calls it M-learning. Now we have 3 different tags for the same search. So this wiki, we will all add in a unified list of tags, and these are the tags we're going to use. But we're not going to do just topics. We're also going to tag it by the type of media. So if we wanted to find all just journal articles or all just charts, and this is just in its infancy, it will be developing as we get everybody engaged. Continuing on, we have a Google Calendar that feeds into here. And right now what we have on there are our research meetings, our face-to-face meetings. But as conferences come up, we will add in due dates for your applications and when the conference actually is. And people who do use Gmail, that information so that they can add it to merge it with their personal Gmail, that can all be merged together. We have a shared Google Drive. And this right here is going to allow us to, when, like Ray was saying, she had a presentation, and here is her proposal right here. So if we were all able to pull up the proposal in this Google Docs form on our computer, then as we're reading it, we can just insert comments, and then rather than her scrambling around writing notes, she will have all of our notes. And of course, we will discuss it with her at the same time, but it will make it much more efficient. And then if you have ideas after the meeting, you can go in and further add notes.
Yeah.
And then the final part in the administrative area, these are just for Dr. Denon's PhD advisees, but before we do our thesis and our perspective and all these things, our dissertation components, we need to send it to her before they go into final submission. And so this is the avenue that we can do that. And so now I'm going to turn it over to Ray to talk about our internal communication with the discussion board.
Yeah, okay. Actually, about that, Michelle talked about the resource and submission for PhD advices. Actually, this is one part that drives us to the Blackboard system, because on this Blackboard system, we have Tintin. So this Tintin can help us to check that, the grammar or that reference repetition, right? And other scholar issues. So that's why. And about the discussion board, we have 4 forums. I think most of our students are used to this discussion board. So we provide a platform for them to share some interesting stuff in Cafe Mimi, and you can see we shared two threads. One thread is about going online, being digital. What do you think? Then here we can talk about our ideas and opinions. Beyond that research team meeting, and for research mix, here we can students can share their proposal like Michelle showed. We have the Google Drive. Student can upload their proposal, but here maybe some students just want to promote the discussion. Sometimes if you will put a lot of comments in the Google document, it may be a mess. But here we can discuss about a topic in this proposal or some challenging issues. Yeah, that's kind of stuff. And for your presentation materials, we are thinking about putting out the presentations on the research meeting here, and then we give other members will give more feedback about this presentation and share the more resources about the presentation to help that printer. Yeah, that.
And actually, this one right here was presented yesterday.
Yeah.
So this was yesterday's presentation. We gave feedback live, and then I went in and posted a follow-up.
Yeah.
So this is, we are already using it.
Yeah, right. I think so. And for this reading for meeting, this is actually were used before, and you can see we have 3 threads. For these 2 threads, how can we use Digo and how can we use Twitter? Actually, this was for the yesterday meeting, because before meeting we want other student to know more about our purpose for the presentation in the meeting. So that's why we give this reading for meeting, because the meeting is always time limited, like only 1.5 an hour. So we want to make the best of it. So it's good to provide a space for us to get prepared for that meeting. Yeah.
As we move into the next 2 sets, our
Yeah.
internal communication and our external voice, we actually already opened up all the links at the top. So although you're going to see us going through the links at the top of the screen,
Yeah.
those are the exact same links that are in the menu itself, but that we figured it would be more time efficient rather than waiting for the page to load if I clicked on the actual link. So here, if I click on this Digo meme
Yeah.
group, it actually is going to bring us to here. So now we're going to
Yeah.
continue across the tabs at the top, which is exactly what the menu items are.
Yeah, right. About the first one, the Mimi research group. Here in this Digo page, our group members can share the online resources, all the papers here, and add the tags, and others will read those shared resources and give a comment, like you say, give a comment here or just likes or follows. Yeah. And for the Flickr, I know you are familiar with this one, because we have a group here, right? And this is our group, and in this group we can post photos. Photo about our research team members at a conference or at a at a award ceremony. Okay, you can see this is a photo of one of our research group members, and he actually got an award for his outstanding achievement. So you can see this is a big moment for our research group. So it's good to put it here, share with other members. And for good readers, I guess all of you know about this social media. Here we can share our interesting books, and in case someone feel interested in this book too. And here I shared one book called Social Media RL, and I posted a new thread here to lead a discussion about this. Let's talk about the benefits of social media. So this in this group, group members can share their interesting books and engage in discussions in case they are interested. Yeah. And for YouTube, actually, this is a channel created by Dana, and we will continue to use this channel and upload more videos. You can see here we can give a comments on a video. Then maybe other members can revise the videos based on others' feedback. Yeah, that's about YouTube channel. All group member can share the videos related to their research in research topic here, right? That's a good way to connect with each other about their in research interest. Yeah.
So those are the ways those are more internal communication. So we had, of course, Blackboard, Digo, Flickr, and Goodreads, and our YouTube channel. That's so that we can communicate with each other. Now the next set of links on the menu are ways that we're connecting to the outside world. So we're creating our voice in the outside world through the next set of links.
Yeah, right. And you can see that and the headline external voice. The first one is the ISLT Facebook group. You can see this is the group for our program, and here for our research group, we can send out some major news or some updated research articles or some interesting stuff here. This on this for to share with other members in the program, not our research group. This is another Facebook group page is for all students in this program. For the other FS for the before FSU ISLT, actually that group page is for all alumni in that program, and this in SSA is only for students in this program now. Okay, then the next is our Twitter hashtag only for our research group, but here we can share our voice and make our voice to the public. We can and this hashtag we can talk about some interesting stuff. Talk about the articles we are interested, and our group member can share their voice about some topics. Then our followers can follow us to see the interesting conversations. Yeah. And this is the SLT Twitter. And as a research group, we can share our voice to here. Like if we think some interesting stuff should be known to the all students in this program, we can share on this page.
And look at that.
Yeah.
GA's on there. She posted about the webinar that we did with Barry Wellman.
Yeah, I think so. And this is another one SLT blog. And actually, on this blog, G shares some news and some big things in all social events like here as a documentary evening, this movie night, and all kinds of other social event stuff and updating news here. Yeah, and she actually is one member of our research group. So our research group can absolutely to publish some news here. And for the last one, actually, the last one are research gates and LinkedIn. I think maybe you are not familiar with ResearchGate. Actually, this is the website record all the publications done by professors and students in institutions. Like you actually can find find the department and your no, not your program, just your department and your institutions here. So this is our department, our education, psychology, and learning system. So on this department page, you can overview all the publications done by the faculty and students in our department. So that's, I think, for providing this page, our research group can have a better understanding of what's going on in our department. That's about.
If you want to know more about ResearchGate, Megan in our class did a really great presentation for her knowledge sharing project. Or no, maybe it was, I think it's her knowledge sharing project. So check out Megan's project. And if you go to her blog, she's got a link directly there. And you'll find out more about ResearchGate. It's really exciting. And she's very prolific too.
Yeah, I think so. And the last one is the LinkedIn. LinkedIn, this is the node connection, is the specific for ISLT still. Instructional system and learning technology, just let you know. And on this group pages, our research group can connect with the others, with other our students in this program. We can share some interesting stuff and discuss with each other and leave comments, likes or follows. Yeah, on this group page we can express our voice to the other students in this program. Yeah, that's all.
All right, so that pretty much wraps it up for our. That is our organization, and we have gone over it with the people in our group, but I expect that we will constantly be revising it.
Yeah.
And in the beginning, I totally expect that we are going to need to kind of lead the way and engage people in conversations. But we're so excited.
Yeah.
And so to you guys viewing this video, thank you so much for staying all the way to the end. And we hope you enjoyed.
Yeah, if you have any questions, please let me know.
Yeah.
Yeah, let us know. Yeah.